guys and ghouls, welcome back to the Cozy Coast. I'm your host October, and welcome back to Cozy Coast Reacts. Today we are reacting to something I am extremely excited for. And when I say extremely excited, I mean extremely excited. I'm losing my mind. Okay, as you may know, Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic is going to be coming out. And they've released the trailer and the gameplay trailer very recently, as in like less than a week ago. I am extremely excited, and everyone has been asking me if I've watched it because they know I'm a little freak when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's. I have not watched it because I wanted to watch it with you guys. I wanted to have a real, genuine reaction because I know I'm going to have opinions about this. They're going to be detailed opinions about this. So, I thought I would just have to get into it and see how I feel.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse. Your job is simple. Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us. It's a kind of prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injuries while attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or dismemberment. We fully expect the retrieval process to go smoothly and without incident, but just in case, we suggest you get your affairs in order before arriving. Back to work. Responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Okay, my first reaction. It's so obviously it's by Steel Wool, so it's the same creators of Security Breach, which is my favorite of the games to date. No, I haven't played it on the channel yet. I will get to it probably this summer. Because then I'll be free of most of my commitments. But yeah, because the reason I haven't, I haven't done so much involving Five Nights at Freddy's because I haven't seen Ruin because I want to play it on this channel. So I feel like there's a lot that I'm going to be missing out having not played that, since the Mimic is apparently a character in Ruin. Again, I haven't seen it, so I can't say. But this looks really interesting. So if we go back to the beginning, it's obviously a 3D game. This is, I think, earlier in the series.
One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing.
Edwin Murray is a name I have not heard before. He might be from the books. I have no idea. Please fill me in the comments. This is interesting, like the art style so far, because it's kind of unlike anything that we've seen in Five Nights at Freddy's so far. And it kind of feels like those kind of, in my opinion, I don't love some of the Five Nights at Freddy's VHS tapes where they warp the animatronics, like faces, and like it's just like super uncanny and like makes me uncomfortable, and that's just me personally, and that's what this kind of reminds me of. It feels less Five Nights at Freddy's and more like
leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse.
A fan game?
Your job is simple. Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for.
Well, wait. This kind of gives me Portal 2 vibes a little bit. No, I haven't finished Portal 2 either, but that's neither here nor there. There's a little mushroom character. Late employees are subject to fines or punishment. We got our classic little fan. It's giving Poppy Playtime a lot.
It's a kind of prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character.
Okay, so can become any character. So that's what the Mimic is, I'm guessing. Like an endoskeleton that can be any character, which is something I think we already saw in Security Breach, not Ruin, but Security Breach, because Vanessa was saying that she could stick a different endoskeleton under Freddy's plastic plating during one of the scenes, and until then Monty could be the face of it, but which it also kind of proves the fact that, like, the animatronics are more than their shell. And I have a whole set of opinions about Security Breach that I'll get into later when I play that game on this channel. But it's definitely giving more early years Fazbear Entertainment, much more of an early Chuck E. Cheese vibe.
May be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slim but non-zero chance that you could sustain significant injuries while
yeah, this definitely looks interesting because
attempting to retrieve it, including but not limited to death or
okay, because one of the things that makes Security Breach so unique in the, not in just Five Nights at Freddy's, but in the mascot horror, like, sector, is that you know who the main character is, Gregory. You know what his model looks like, you know his voice, you hear him talk, he has opinions, like, that is something that's kind of not typical to, mascot horror, except for, I think, Bendy and the Ink Machine. I haven't seen a ton of other mascot horror do that. And I could be totally wrong, and if I am wrong, please let me know in the comments, but, that's kind of what made Security Breach so interesting. You have this very specific character in this place for a very specific, unknown reason, and he has a very specific relationship to the animatronics. So far, I don't know a damn thing about the main character of this. Although I have to say that I like this character, and I hope that this is, like, the origin of, like, like, Orville the Elephant, or, like, I don't know, tie in some of the older characters, or not older, some of the other characters into this. And is this a bunny wabbit I see? Is this Springtrap? Or Bonnie, Spring Bonnie.
fully expect the retrieval process to go smoothly and without incident.
And that very much reminds me of Huggy Wuggy. I think they're taking a lot of inspo from Poppy Playtime for this game.
But just in case,
I also, before I keep going, I'm just going to pause every couple seconds. I haven't finished seeing anything about Poppy Playtime 3 or 4. I've seen up to 2. I have not seen 3 or 4. So if you guys do want to talk about that, please avoid the spoilers in the comments. I will play that at some point, but I am a little bitch, so it might take a while. But it is very giving those strong vibes.
suggest you get your affairs in order before arriving.
That's an early security bot. So yeah, still pulling a lot of inspo from Security Breach, which again, my favorite game. But it also, this kind of reminds me of We Happy Few. The style, not that I know who made that, so, Wait. Welcome, show sub terminal, helper terminal, like helpy, cute, welcome show. Sorry, I'm just analyzing this. I'm super interested in game design. Is this like a nurse character? She's wearing a little nurse's hat, and I know they can't use the Red Cross. We've got a bird character, a mustached character. We've got what Monty might have come from, what Pig Patch might have come from. We've got a security room, so yeah. But we've also got a distraction system, kind of like in Security Breach, but different. Like throwing a brick in The Last of Us, this is throwing a wind-up toy. I'm excited to see how the lore will tie into this. I'm a big lore person, and I'm really excited to see how this ties in. This will be terrifying, like the Huggy Wuggy scene. Early Music Man, which I'm excited about. He's got a little mustache. I like Music Man's designs, though, so I'm super pumped about that.
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
Alright, June 13th, we're getting a new game. I am pumped. That's only a couple months away. So I'm pretty excited about this. I think it's gonna be fun. I hope it's as open-ended as Security Breach was. I hope that there's a ton of stuff that we get to look at for that. But a lot of people are pointing out in the comments that it would be hard to tell that this was Five Nights at Freddy's if it didn't say that. Which I 100% agree with. It kind of is lacking one of the bigger vibes of the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. It just doesn't feel the same way the other games feel, if you get what I'm saying. Like, Security Breach was a step away from the designs of the other games, which was fine, and I really liked it. But also stylistically, it still held a lot of the nostalgia factors that drives the series. And so did Into the Pit. Into the Pit was different stylistically a ton. Didn't have much of the original gameplay of the first games, but it still had the vibes and had the characters, and it was very, very good in that sense. Even if it was a completely different style than we usually get, and even if it wasn't connected to the other games lore-wise, which I still don't know how it fits into that, because I know it's based off the books. But that still felt very Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know how Five Nights at Freddy's this feels. This feels a lot like Poppy Playtime. I even get a couple Indigo Park vibes, and I'm sure that's just because a lot of mascot horror is the same. But not getting a strong Five Nights at Freddy's vibe off of this one, I've got to be honest. But I am excited to see where it goes. I will 100% be playing it when it comes out. I might do the same thing I did with Into the Pit and shove off everything else I was recording to record this, depending on what I'm doing when this comes out. But yeah, I'm super excited, super pumped to see how this could go. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's fans are gonna eat well this year. We get this in June, and then we get the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie in December. I'm super excited. So yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys feel about this, and I will definitely keep you up to date on how I feel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!